Stockinette. 3, 2, energy. Let's do this.
And action.
Please note, this podcast contains offensive language, nudity, adult themes, and scenes of violence. Listener discretion is advised. Boom, boom. That was so dumb. If you're looking for tips on how to break... if you're looking for... All right, psych. If you're looking for meditation manifestation discussion...
If you're looking for tips on how to break in your Birkenstocks, hint, it doesn't involve walking for 6 kilometers. You're fucked.
If you're looking for my cocktail syrup recipes,
which you basically gave us last time, or if you're looking for advice on whether you should wear that top or not,
then this is not the podcast for you. That's Haley. I'm Sarah, and we're here to make you laugh so hard you burp snort.
What's burp snort?
I don't know. Watch Grown Ups. It's a stupid Kevin James thing.
I'm not going to watch Grown Ups.
It's so good, dude. I love it.
Really?
That and Grown Ups 2 are like the dark horse of 2020. They were solid.
I'm ready to watch Thunder Force again, like immediately.
Just like Jason Bateman could do no wrong. It was so stupid and funny.
Yeah, I know.
I loved it.
Oh, he's hilarious. What a good actor.
Oh, man. All right. Well, before we go any further, we got some news for you all. It's about Fansets. Have you heard of them? They sell pins and accessories. It's great. It's fun. They're cute and just what the doctor ordered. There are Lower Deck pins, Picard pins, Star Trek Delta pins, plus other stuff like Scooby-Dooby-Doo and Ultraman.
That's Ultraman.
I don't know. But they got it.
Awesome.
It's a man, and he is Ultra.
He's an Ultraman. Ooh. You know that they're always working to put out the best product available and to continue to surprise us all with new designs and product releases. So grab some stuff, type in rewind in all caps at checkout, and snag yourself 10% off your entire order.
Just do it. You won't regret it. Fansets. Our pins have character.
Boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
And thanks sincerely to Fansets, because it's still such a shitty time for a lot of small businesses, and the fact that they continue to support us and offer that discount, it's huge. So please go out and support them like this.
Go buy some stuff and cheer yourself up.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I got my vaccine, so now Bill Gates will know where I am at all times.
Oh, that's my God, works, right? You gave into the system. Oh, you shit.
I got Pfizer. And I had not an adverse reaction, but my injection site was so sore, like not whole arm sore, like flu shot, like just the injection site. I was like, Jesus. And then like a week later, like the whole area was like a lump that was really itchy and sore. And then 2 days later, I threw up. And now I feel great.
Oh my God. Question.
Yeah.
Because most of our listeners will be in America or even other places, are they using the same, and are they doing the same? You got to get 2, or what's unique to our situation? Or
the only difference with our situation is I think we're like the only country in the world that doesn't have domestic production. So we're consistently running out of supply, and we can't get it to everybody soon enough. So we are doing 2 doses. That's what the product monograph says, but we're extending the interval in between dose 1 and dose 2 so that we can give the first dose to everyone eligible and then just provide a good level of protection before we give the second dose.
Does only Pfizer need 2, or does Moderna as well?
Moderna, Pfizer, and AstraZeneca all need 2. The Johnson & Johnson, or Janssen, the pharmaceutical arm, is a single dose.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I registered for mine, so I'm assuming I will get it within the next year, 2, 3, or months. I mean, I'm not.
You're down to weeks. You're down to weeks.
I'm not concerned. I'm not going anywhere anyways, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't care because I know a lot of people
allowed.
are freaking out, and they're like, "I have to get the one from the pharmacy. I'm going to call. I'm not waiting for the." I'm like, I'm not in a panic.
No,
I know I'm going to get it. I don't need to be the asshole who's taking it from somebody who really needs it. So,
well, yeah,
very exciting. My dad got his first shot, and he said he's feeling good. His arm was sore, and that was about it.
Normal. Yeah, my folks got theirs yesterday.
Great.
So that was, so it was good. But other than that, I got not much else. I'm off this week. John's like, you're crying a lot. You should take some time off. And I was like, okay. And then, so I'm taking the week off.
It's only because I didn't have time to watch Armageddon in one setting and it was over 3 nights. Okay.
I just keep watching it every night. Oh. It's so weird. The fact that I woke up at 3:00 this morning, I thought that I would have slept right through because I was exhausted.
Yeah.
But I've got a whole list of shit that I want to do. And it's all mostly in and around the condo. But cool. I made some Chex Mix yesterday. I make it extra bold with lots of Worcestershire sauce. And I just sprinkle on a little citric acid up on there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It sounds delightful. I love it. I love it.
You?
I have been on a really extreme health kick these last 2 weeks. I've lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks.
Good for you.
Because I've done the dog goes out with me 3 times a day now for at least a half hour to an hour hike in the woods, which is usually half uphill.
Yeah.
So that's at least 15,000 steps right there. And then every day I've been doing at least one YouTube video with my favorite girl, Pamela Reif. She is skinny, gorgeous, fucking bitch, but she's the one that does really good, she has a huge playlist on YouTube that's free to access, and it's there's all different levels. So she has a whole playlist of beginner stuff, so it'll be 10-minute booty, 15-minute legs, it's not long hard to do. And then she has really fun dance ones, but they're a lot of squats and good music. Oldies, apparently Cher from the year 2000 is oldies, so I'm just whatever. I'm okay with that. And then with all my tea and all my healthy eating tonight for dinner, it's going to be some chicken on the barbecue, some corn on the cob, and some baby roasted potatoes.
Love. Yum.
And I made a huge vat of egg white scramble with cayenne and powdered ginger, all the healthy spices.
Yeah.
And I made a big vat of chicken kale soup with a mushroom broth.
Ooh, yum.
Again, lots of cayenne. I love soup. I eat soup every day.
Soup is perfect.
It is. And it's easy. And then I'm for those who weren't listening to the rant on Patreon, I've been rewatching Handmaid's Tale really fast to get ready for the new season. Devastatingly amazing, that show. Law and Order is everything I want it to be, but goddamn you, Prime, you need to get season 13, 14 so I can see Donal Logue again in his amazing role and all the trauma that Olivia Benson had to survive.
Yeah.
I only watched it once because I was really mad when he first left the show, so I didn't really watch it. So I'm going back. We just finished watching The Office for the 400th time, and that last episode is so perfect.
I cry.
Oh.
It's all my kids grew up and got married.
It's every parent's dream. Guten Prague #2. Oh, he gets the bazooka.
Everything
buy us
about
a beer
it is
and
good.
get back your wife. Buy us a beer and get back your wife. I love it. Colin Robinson is so good on that show.
Oh,
he's
Colin
so
Robinson.
good.
Yeah.
So I finished watching that. Oh,
did you watch the one where with the curse, the email curse?
Yes. So good.
It says everywhere this is not a joke.
Colin Robinson on with all these computers opened up on Twitter, and he's a troll. And he's I get so much energy from these people. I love it. So good. Other than that, I don't have anything. I don't have any Star Trek gossip that I know of. I know that there was a big Star Trek day, and there was a lot of stuff that came out about stuff. I don't.
Well, we know that Q's going to be joining Picard.
He's going to be joining Picard. Oh, that's everything.
Oh, I loved the video that you sent with Will Wheaton, and Patrick Stew, P. Stew, as I like to call him, and John Delancey, and just I was just dude, yes.
I've been
the best character.
I've been watching Deep Space Nine, and now I really like it. Like it's the third
What
time
season?
around, and I'm on season 2.
Okay.
There's been some really good episodes, and it's yeah, it's
All
good.
right. Well, that's
You
good.
should you should give it another go.
Yeah.
Think about it again, just because as an adult you might appreciate it more because when
Yeah,
you're
that's
young,
true.
it's like
Yeah,
anyway.
it's a little too political. I
Yeah.
also the other day when I was having a cry, I'm okay really. I don't cry that much. But I was like, I don't think I can watch any more true crime. I need
Mm.
to watch something else. And I put on an episode of TNG where Worf gets injured
Oh yeah.
and there's that
Oh, a happy
experimental
episode.
doctor. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but I loved that one as a kid. I was
Mm.
like, and I remember thinking like, okay, this is good that we have this technology that if I ever or someone I know gets paralyzed, they could just have a new spinal cord. That's not how it works.
No.
Anyway, but it was so good.
Yeah. I think that maybe you should challenge yourself for this week and not watch any true crime for 1 week.
Ew.
I think you should try and find something that might make you a little bit less not upset, but like stressed or scared of being murdered all the time.
I guess
There's got to be a line to draw it. Like how much is too much?
yeah, I'm not sure how much is too much because I definitely still watch other things like Kitchen Nightmares and like that kind of crap.
It sounds stressful too.
It is stressful actually.
Watch more Disney. You got Disney Plus. Go
I got
through
Disney
and do a
Plus.
whole rewatch of all the classic
That's
movies.
going to put me on the ground in tears. But they have American Dad on there, and I've been watching that, and that is funny.
Do yourself a favor and watch Grown Ups and then Grown Ups 2, and then follow it up with a 21 Jump Street and a 22 Jump Street.
Oh, I do like 21 and 22 Jump Street.
So good.
I'll have a gummy before I try Grown Ups. Ugh. I don't care for Kevin James. I don't care for him.
But it's everything else about it is just kind of funny. Okay. We have our fun section here, the have a drink at the panty bar. Last week we went through, or last episode we did a classic touching base on customers that we never forgot, and this one is the things we can't unsee, things burned into our eyes, or the things we can't unsee. What have you got for me? Tell me.
Ugh. Okay, so I used to work in the stock room because I had a psycho ex-boyfriend who stalked me, so I couldn't be out on the floor. Ugh. And one day I opened up one of the crates that we received, and I started pulling out all the packages of panties and bras and sleepwear. And at the bottom of the crate was this big piece of lint that looked like a smashed lizard. And I looked closer, and it was an actual smashed lizard, which had been mummified and then shipped from God knows where.
Oh my God.
I was like, what is that? Oh, what? Like it was flattened.
I think I remember
dry.
This.
Oh yeah, you would have been there.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that's one.
Boof.
Oh, okay. The second one, so this is a longer story, but for the purposes of this episode, I will just say that there was diarrhea on the carpet.
Oh.
And despite putting like
not yours.
No. Despite putting circles of skew tickets around the diarrhea on the carpet, this dumbass woman, who was also super bitchy, chose not to pay attention to it. And then after I rang up her purchase, I said, by the way, your stiletto heel is standing in a pile of shit. That was a bad night. That was my first shift after I got out of the hospital.
Oh.
And I had to deal with that. I was like,
oh God.
Okay, and then I think we share one here, but the third is the fucking flattened cardboard box that we had to put down on the carpet to cover the pool of blood from Siobhan's head wound that she got after a mannequin bust fell on her from a top shelf, and headquarters said that they couldn't arrange for a carpet cleaner. Fuck that place. And there was this woman who's like, can I try this on? And Siobhan's like bleeding everywhere. I'm like, are you fucking insane?
I think
a cardboard box on it.
I think
biohazard.
A cardboard box on it. It's a biohazard. It's a biohazard. And like someone I think almost stepped over her to get to the bra wall. And it's like all of us are around her worried because scalp wounds bleed so much worse.
Yes. And
I think it was on product.
I think someone gave her one of the checkered sleep shirts or something to put on her head. And then of course she had she had to get stitches, and it was a couple of weeks before her wedding. And she was like, fuck. And they sent her a bill for the ambulance.
Didn't she do like a workers' comp claim? She could have gotten some serious money out of that.
No kidding. I just remember like thinking, man, this place sucks. Because I was in the same boat with the diarrhea. They were like, well, just deal with it. I'm like, but
it was a little kid, right?
It was a little kid who he was maybe 4, and his mom was shopping, and he was like hopping from foot to foot going, I really have to go. I really have to go. And she kept saying like, just wait. And you cannot tell a child that age to just wait. And so it was just shit everywhere and all the way out the store. And headquarters was closed. I had to go to Zeller's to get paper towel and like borax, and like the janitor staff in the mall couldn't help us. They gave us some stuff to like.
Why couldn't they help us?
It wasn't because we rent that space. It's not common property, so they don't come in and clean anything. And I was like, ugh. And then I had to like pour all this powder on top of the diarrhea, and then I had to vacuum it up with Henry, the vacuum, and
with that stupid smile on its face.
Yeah, and like the hose piece kept coming off, and so I like taped it with some packing tape, but then it kept coming off too, and there was just like shit everywhere. That woman just standing in it, and I was like, you know what?
Is a vacuum really an appropriate way to deal with?
You know what? This was what I was told by the janitor people. They were like, here's some like absorbent powder and then just vacuum it up. I'm like, I don't think you understand what I'm dealing with here. Anyway, fuck that place, man.
Oh God. So yeah, one of mine was I can't unsee the blood on the carpet that we put flattened cardboard boxes over, and then like a stand that had like delicate lace panties dangling on it over it for like months.
Yes.
It was ridiculous. Oh yeah. God.
What
and then there was
company.
Oh, so bad.
I hate them.
And then there was the time that a customer came in and she was like, I need some help putting this bra on, and she's like, I'm just really sore and I can't really move. And I was like, okay. And she's like, I just had breast reduction surgery and I had to help her put on a bra that was smaller, and she was super excited and really helpful, but it was so horrifying. It was like her nipples were like ketchup chips, and it was just like scabby blood, like just like I was just like, oh, like she looked like she was in so much pain, and but she was just so excited. She's like, I know I'm supposed to wait for more swelling to go down, but I can't wait to buy a pretty bra for the first time. And I was like,
oh my God, go home, lady.
Yeah, just ice those puppies. Like, God, that was horrible. And then there was the, coming into work thinking it's just going to be a normal pre-Christmas crazy kind of day, whistling, just a light skip in my step. And I open up the door to the back room, and I'm face to face with 400,000 white terry towel robes stacked dangerously everywhere because
up
we got shipped enough for like 5 stores or something. Like the island's worth of robes came to us. And
you know what happened? Someone ordered 9 robes but put 99. So we got 99 robes. And it took months for us to try and ship them out to other stores because it was Christmas time and it was like too busy to do that.
Nobody wants white terry towel. No. They want like the velour.
I couldn't, like, it was up red. I remember because I was working in the back too, and like I had those stacked up into the ceiling tiles just everywhere. And like you know where you put your coat or blazer or whatever, and like they were stacked up on top of there and they would fall, and you're just like, anytime we would have to go back there, I'd be like, avenge my death. Like,
especially if it was something was up top, and then we would like dangerously like climb the shelves like a monkey, and they weren't really like drilled into the wall. And so I know a couple times I like would step here, and there's like, because there's this much, like there's like an inch for your toe because there's plastic bins of panties, then you climb the next one, then the next one, and then everything comes falling down on you. I think I fell back once, but I was saved by like plastic bags full of like robes.
Stuff. Oh.
And it was like the smallest room ever.
And it was so awkwardly like placed too.
It was the worst. Yeah. Good times.
Remember when you had lunch with the Purelator guy?
Yes.
Everyone was like, oh my God, Sarah's going on a lunch date with Purelator guy. Mark?
It was, I think so. And it was like the whole mall was like watching. Yeah. I was like, this is weird.
He was fun.
He was so funny. He would like Spider-Man the walls in the hallways.
Yeah.
He was weird. I don't know what else we have to do with Patty Barf going forward. We'll have to think on it.
Yeah, I mean, just like think about like.
Give me a list of all the things you stole.
No. Statute of limitations on that.
Okay, so Star Trek.
It's time.
I texted you and I was just like, what do you want? You want Barclay? You want lore? It's on you. And you were like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I know.
I got the power.
I was thinking lore because I've got a thing for lore.
Yep.
But maybe you didn't know this. I have a thing for Barclay.
You don't.
Oh, don't fucking laugh at me, dude. Yes, I do.
You gotta watch the A-Team.
What's that? Anyway.
Mr. T, the old show from like the 70s or 80s. He was on it.
Oh, really? But
he was like the main guy.
It's not the actor, it's the character. No. Anyway, so Lord knows, I said, let's watch a Barclay episode. And then I was like, I Googled some and I found the Nth Degree where he becomes like a supercomputer or something like that. And you're like, what about the holodeck sex addiction one? And I was like, oh yeah, that's like totally that's what this podcast is about. Yeah. So I did the synopsis for this one. So are you ready?
I was born ready for this. I am tickled already.
I gotta tell you, like I had to keep putting it on pause because I was writing so much because it's just.
You're amped. Ugh. I'm going to start off with a mute myself because I got a little sniffle I want to take care of, and then I will unmute so that you can hear my laughter and all my 2 cents as you keep going.
I'm also just going to take a quick bathroom break. All right, ready?
Oh, please.
What's that? Oh, okay. Ooh, phew. Scene 10 forward. Enter Deanna in a dress that would rival my grad dress. Just kidding, my grad dress was fucking gorgeous. It was hot pink with sparkles and flowers, if you can believe it. With my hair? I know.
I think I see the photo.
Yeah, you probably did. Anyway, it was great. Barclay, who I should say I have always had a mad crush on, is pouring his own booze in 10 forward. Guinan is warning him to take it easy. Immediately, I think, this cannot be real. There's no alcohol on the ship. Geordi comes over and is like, what the actual shit, you're on duty. And Barclay's like, psh, come at me, and pushes him over. Riker, who's at the other end of the bar, is like, okay, this is happening. Stalks over to Barclay. Barclay totally disarms him and puts him in a choke hold. And then he walks over to Deanna, who is making the humidity rise in the room, if you follow me, and compliments and flirts with Barclay. Suddenly he is paged away and all is revealed. Barclay is in the holodeck.
Oh, what a start.
In a cargo hold, Geordi and Riker comment on how Barclay is a shit employee.
Appropriate.
They were so mean in this one.
Yes.
Riker says that they should bring it to the captain's attention and that Wesley calls Barclay broccoli.
Oh, I love broccoli.
Geordi says the name fits, which makes 0 sense to me because broccoli is green and a vegetable, and Barclay is neither of those things.
It's a cartoon fart.
Reg enters the cargo hold and attempts to hide behind some canisters. Geordi sees him and calls him out. Riker says he's not impressed with Barclay's attendance record. Theme song, and I go get a mini pepperoni stick.
Yum.
Yeah. The Enterprise has received samples for some reason. I like how I don't really pay attention to like the gist of the episode. Oh, God.
I know, I'm the same way.
Barclay, Geordi, and Miles are testing an anti-grav unit and it doesn't work. Geordi's pissed off and Barclay commits to fixing the unit. Cut to Picard's ready room. Riker and Geordi are complaining about Barclay. Geordi accidentally refers to him as broccoli and Picard doesn't even laugh. Picard says to try harder to support Barclay to be a better employee. Geordi is like, oh, fine, fuck. He goes back to the cargo bay to make small talk, but it goes poorly. I audibly gasp as Wesley enters engineering. Dream episode.
Don't choke on your pepperoni stick.
What is this, my holodeck program?
Just deep throating that pepperoni stick all of a sudden.
Anyway, Barclay is late again. Geordi asks him to report on the anti-grav unit. Wesley corrects him and totally makes him look like a fool. Who do I love in this episode? Wesley? Reg? Both? Holodeck program. Haley 14 play.
Be myself. You are so twisted.
So messed up.
But meanwhile, I'm like, can we get more of depressed Miles, please? I'm like, I'm no better.
I know. Oh, God. Barclay sees Troy to debrief. Oh, my God, it's the holodeck program. And
it's happening.
I thought there was a standards of conduct thing where they couldn't use fellow colleagues in a holodeck program. I'm not complaining, of course. I have also eaten 5 mini pepperoni sticks now.
Didn't they sign like a letter of agreement when they started with Starfleet that they wouldn't use their coworkers in a holodeck program?
Yeah, really. Well, I mean, Riker eventually says in this episode, like, there should be a regulation against that.
Yeah.
Barclay runs another program where he's going to bone Troy in a field. He looks like he kisses better than Riker. Sorry, Will. Like that episode where Thomas Riker comes and he's like all over her face.
I know.
Anyway.
It's that mouth to mouth. Like
totally. It's like we get it, acting. In 10 Forward, engineering staff are riffing on Barclay. Data is curious why the name is being used, and Geordi tells them to stop. Meanwhile, a glass starts leaking because of contact with some weird chemical or something. Geordi asks Reg to investigate. I accidentally hit F5 and my browser refreshes and I think I've lost all my notes. Luckily, I haven't. Crisis averted. Do I celebrate with a 6th mini pepperoni stick?
Yes.
On the bridge, Picard slips and calls Reg broccoli.
Oh. The Emmy goes to.
Oh, I know, eh? Oh. Back in 10 Forward, Guinan and Geordi discuss the Barclay problem. She imparts some wisdom on him as she does, and suggests that people overtly not liking him may cause him to act more strange. Geordi asks the computer where Barclay is and finds him in the holodeck.
Oh,
I'm so surprised you can walk in on someone there, like during an active program.
A little bit of a red flag.
Yikes.
Clean up in Holodeck 5.
No doubt. Barclay is sword fighting against Picard, Geordi, and Data. Don't worry, the line from Beverly that Reg would spank Wesley for being rude was not lost on me. Barclay sees regular Geordi and is like, well, shit. Cut to an awkward conversation in 10 Forward where Geordi and Reg talk about his program. Reg explains how terrible he feels about social situations. Miles calls Geordi away, but before he leaves, he suggests that Barclay discuss his situation with Troy. In Transporter Room 3, Miles shows Geordi that the transporter is malfunctioning. Cut to Troy's quarters or counseling office, where she's asking stupid questions like, have you ever been with a counselor before? Instead of asking if he's received counseling before. Reg tries to play it cool, but he isn't cool. Deanna says she wants to make him feel more comfortable and is mimicking his program. He gets concerned. Deanna is unaware that she is the ultimate sex symbol. Reg leaves because he's, well, probably hard as a rock. Of course, he goes directly to the holodeck. Riker, Geordi, and Troy set off to confront him because he's late for something again. I have now had too many pepperoni sticks and I'm full. Riker engages with the holodeck musketeers. Oh my God. And Riker calls for a village idiot to come fight. And it's Riker, but 2 feet shorter. Troy snorts. Wesley's in the corner eating ribs to prepare his strength for the night I have in store for him. Oh my God.
Yes.
Troy faces herself as a goddess and Riker belays her attempt to stop the program. Cut to the bridge. Picard says the word hell. You only get 1 swear per episode. Barclay suggests to drop out of warp. Data can't. Barclay says the mechanism is jammed. Warp increases. Holy shit, they're almost at warp 9, which is almost the top speed the ship can go. 9.5 for those who don't know, as if you didn't. Picard asks to prepare for emergency saucer separation. Data is like, dude, it will rupture the warp field. Also 12 minutes until structural failure. Engineering staff are trying to figure out what's wrong. Of course, Barclay has an idea because he either needs to be a hero by the end of this or he will kill everyone on board. Either or.
Oh, could
Barclay,
go one, could go the other.
Yep. Barclay and Geordi wear jazz hands gloves and open the container of samples from the beginning of the episode. Turns out the culprit is Invidium, a chemical compound or some shit. Warp Core is like, it's getting hot in here. And I get distracted looking for a rhyme to match Nellie's hot in here and missed how they fixed the warp problem. Barclay was the hero after all, and he shows up on the bridge to tell everyone that he's going to leave the Enterprise. He goes on to become a registered sex offender. The end. Wait, it isn't the end. He was telling people in the holodeck program that he's leaving, and he deletes them all except for the program number 9, which is probably the sex offender one. The end.
Amazing. I love it. I got so excited. I laughed so hard. I almost tinkled myself, which means now I need a bathroom break. Plus, I have something in my eye. So I'm going to be right back.
Okay, take your time.
Spaghetti.
You did it. You frightened me.
Hi.
Hey.
I have nothing in my eye. It just feels like I have something in my eye because I probably laughed to the point of crying that I got a dust particle in there or something. Worth it.
Fair. Oh,
worth it.
Tell
Funny.
me about it.
Great. That was
Thanks.
The best. Love it. I have some thoughts. Do you want to hear them?
Of course.
I'm just going to read what I wrote.
Yeah.
So it could be sentences, might not.
Okay.
Caps locks. Well, the beginning goes from great to not so great. Riker is a dick. Barclay is a babe when he's all cocky and shit. What a guy. O'Brien is young and spry. All right. O'Brien is young and spry. Geordi looks great. It's a total mustard babe fest. Riker can butter my bread anytime, but he's not allowed to open his mouth. He's a character just begging to be dominated because he's being so dickish in this one again.
Totally. Yeah. And Geordi even. Anyway.
A little bit. He tried, but not well enough. But then I wrote here, I wish Geordi was my boss. Imagine, I'd be like smirking and making sure I look good all the time at work. Did Starfleet not take sensitivity training? It's okay for people to be shy and nervous. The way those dill holes raise eyebrows and barely give them a moment to talk in the morning briefing is ridiculous. Not a fan of the Troy dress, teal. It's pretty much the worst of all of her outfits. When Picard calls him broccoli, it's the best because Riker and Geordi are smirking and it's the cutest. Awkward, Barclay being caught and having to talk about it. Wonder what kind of programs Geordi has, or Riker, or Worf. Riker's pose when investigating the beamed up junk in the transporter room, classic Riker, with like the foot up, just like pelvic thrusting into everyone's face. Okay, so can't Troy sense Barclay's arousal? I mean, she's a goddamn empath. I mean, can't she sense anything? I can sense it when he's going to see her for the first time. Like, what?
Yeah.
I love the banter between Troy and Riker when they first spot the short version of him, and she's all like, "Come on," and then she sees her, and then he's all like, "Come on." It's funny.
Yeah.
Barclay saved the day, though. This makes me want to watch Voyager. Oh, he erased all the programs but one. Which one is 9? Does it anything to do with the 9th degree? I don't know.
Sex offender. Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I loved it too. It was great. It made me uncomfortable how Riker was kind of a dink. Just being mean as a shy person, like growing up, and still sort of shy, though I'm getting more confidence now. I just don't be mean to people.
Yeah, like don't eye roll while someone's trying to talk that is shy. Well, like at that morning briefing, all the guys, I'm like fucking dicks. Like
totally.
Yeah.
But Wesley put him in his place. Barclay. I liked it. Should we do some fast facts?
Yeah.
Time for some fast facts and trivia, courtesy of IMDb. Internet Movie Database. Saying.
Yeah.
This is the first appearance of Dwight Schultz, which is like a perfect name for Reginald Barclay because he's such a nerd. Who'd originally had been intended to be a one-time character to get sent to a mental hospital over his holodeck addiction.
Oh God, that's a dark episode.
Oh my God.
This episode was nominated for an Emmy Award for Outstanding Achievement in Hairstyling for a series.
You know, Troy, Beverly, especially in the programs. And then, I mean, Picard's hair as one of the Musketeers.
Love it.
During Barclay's counseling session with Troy, he mentions that he knew about the flux capacitor and didn't need to hear about it from some damn kid. I don't know who he's referring to. He's 17 in this episode. The flux capacitor was the core component of the DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future, 1985, and is mentioned multiple times throughout all of the Star Trek series, except for TOS, which makes sense because it was in the past.
Yeah. Perfect. When the ship is in danger, LaForge calls his senior engineers into a conference to solve a problem. But in both TNG episodes Contagion and Booby Trap, LaForge handled such problems alone.
Did he call Reg in as well? Yeah. He was there, right?
He was late.
Yeah, I remember that. Since the containers in the cargo bay are medical materials, they should be handled by the medical technicians, not engineers.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Deal with your own stuff, folks.
Well, obviously, it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. Just after Picard tells LaForge to make Barclay his project, he turns his display screen towards him to study it, but it's blank. Figure it out.
It's like when actors are carrying a cup of coffee and it's so obvious that it's empty. Like, just put water or sand in it. Like, just pretend like there's some weight. Put a real coffee in there. What's the worst that could happen? It goes cold and you have cold coffee. It's great. When the Enterprise is accelerating out of control, the warp core should be thrumming at a very high speed. However, in the entire scene in engineering, it is never seen to pulse faster than it does at idle. So that's another fucking continuity consistency. We're watching you.
We are paying close attention.
Ronald D. Moore.
Oh my God.
I put that on you. Okay.
I don't know if you saw, I skipped a part here. I had some questions for you that aren't the would you rathers.
Oh.
You want to just do this by the seat of our pants?
Well, you know how good I am at that. Yeah.
You are the queen. Okay. Question number 1. Let's say holodecks exist now, and someone from your office was Barclay and created a bunch of weird shit with you in it. What would be the most horrifying Haley program you can think of versus one that makes you say, damn, that's kind of hot, actually?
Probably one that makes me look stupid or racist. That's the worst I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Professionally speaking, like, there's a ton of stuff that I wouldn't want to see, like I'm getting tortured or hurt in some way or something like that. I mean, again, that's on a spectrum of hot to cold. Yeah, but like, my professional sort of reputation is something that I protect as much as I can. And I'm generally regarded as intelligent. And so if I was in a program and I was seen to be acting stupid or dumb or fucking up, I would hate that. I would hate that so much.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Well, I said the same kind of I'd be horrified if someone made a holodeck version of me where I was like a bimbo schoolgirl or something dumb and like a tart, you know what I mean? Like for their own perverse pleasure.
Yes.
And something that would make me actually be like, that's actually kind of hot would be if someone put me into like a cat suit dominatrix thing. Because I'd be like, really? I would never normally do that. So to see it, I'd be like, not bad.
Yeah.
If you had a holodeck and you could only create one sexy program, what fandom or scenario would you create?
Snape. That's
and
all.
For those who don't know who that is.
Snappykins.
Snappykins.
Professor Snape from Harry Potter, but not just Harry Potter. I'm talking Alan Rickman as Professor Snape, R.I.P.
Yeah.
And basically, I would turn my 200-page handwritten fanfic into a program.
Reality.
Yeah, because we got a little Sirius Black action. We got a little Oliver Wood action in there. We also have some Lucius Malfoy action.
Whoa, that's some action.
I think Voldemort shows up, but he has no nose. I think it's weird. That's what's weird.
That's where we draw the line.
That's the weird part. Oh my God, why are you friends with me?
I'd probably do something based off the movie Speed.
You're Sandra
my
Bullock.
Speed fan fiction is big.
200 pages.
Double-sided, single space.
Front and back.
Probably something Beauty and the Beast, I think, would be good.
Fun.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, not cartoon, but I don't know.
Isn't that so
something
funny?
about idea? I don't know.
I was just gonna say, like, cartoon or real?
Probably cartoon. If you could only create 5 holodeck programs ever in general of just anything that would be enjoyable for you for time off, what do you think you'd create?
Grocery store.
I love it.
1. Grocery store with everything that I've ever wanted and new things every time I open the program.
No lineups.
Yeah, no lineups. I don't really care. And like no one talking to me or touching me. Another one would be just like straight up like some of my favorite beaches in Maui, just so I could go and swim and have a good time. And I like doing that kind of stuff. Another one would be like, I want something where like I'm on a boat, but it's like a catamaran and it's like relaxing and fun, because I don't get to do that very often at all. And anytime I've done that, I'm like, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah, exactly. That's 3 or 5. Groceries again. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, you know, I would love like, so I love grocery shopping. That's why I chose that. But I would also love a program with like the ultimate chef's kitchen, like in everything, like all the possible foods and ingredients and gadgets, all of that. I'm talking deep fryer. I'm talking air fryer. Yeah. And so I would like to do that. And then one program that randomly takes my dream sequences that are good, not scary. Like I have a lot of spider dreams. I don't want those, or dreams about terrible toilets when I really have to pee and I can't go. So not those, but like any of the dream scenarios I've had where I'm like, oh, cool, there's Alan Rickman and he just walked right by. But instead I'd be like, hey,
look over here.
Put on this robe. I put on my robe and wizard hat. Anyway, so that's me on the fly. I can't really think of anything else. And this is assuming that I have my life now and like I get to see the people that I already love and like spend time with them and stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
This is like literally just for me. No one else is there.
Yeah.
You can come. I mean, all you have to do is walk in, apparently.
Things I can't unsee.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about yours.
I would do the Live Aid concert of like Queen and like all those great bands, because that would be a bitchin' live show. But like I'd have my own space and I'm not like surrounded by people.
Yeah.
Or it would just be me. Disneyland.
Yeah.
With no lineups.
You said no ghosts.
You said no ghosts. Something tropical, so there would be swimming and beach stuff, but I don't know where. A cabin in the woods. That would be like hiking and like a barbecue and beer type like thing. And then a London pub style scenario.
Ooh, love London pub. That's why we like the Bard so much, I think. It's like a fancy
London
London
a Scottish pub.
Truth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we gave our thoughts on the episode. We gave our fast facts, fun facts, but we have some would you rathers.
Yeah.
I got them right. What am I doing? Would you rather, Haley, would you rather find yourself being used by Barclay in the holodeck in a semi-sexual way, find yourself being used in the holodeck by Data in a human sex study kind of way, or find yourself in there for as an emotional punching bag for the captain?
I think those are all terrible and become more terrible as you go through them. I think I would like to be used in a holodeck program by Barclay because I would be able to make him do things for me outside of the holodeck in order for him to keep using my likeness. I don't want Data touching me, and being beaten down with words sounds too much like my entire school experience, so pass.
Yeah, if it was anybody else, but like it's the captain, like he's the boss. Like I don't trust
and I respect,
this. Like,
I respect him too much, and it was sticks and stones. But no,
I would totally choose Barclay's the least harmless of all those.
Yeah, and then you can manipulate him outside of the.
Well, yeah, he's harmless. He's not going to do anything.
No.
Would you rather be Barclay's boss, his coworker, or his subordinate if he were to be in a higher ranking?
I would be his coworker because I would not want to supervise him because he's a problem employee. Yeah. And I don't want to report to him because he's kind of dumb and unreliable. Yeah. So I've handled dealing with like stupid ass coworkers before. I could handle being a coworker of his. I would just kind of not be around him ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's the same. I think we had some pretty similar thoughts.
Doubts.
I wouldn't want to have to deal with that.
No.
I think as a coworker, you have a better chance of making him calm and open up and less nervous because he's nervous by people who have authority and so if you're just like his coworker, you could probably do better at pretending to be his friend so that he can calm down. I'll go for drinks with you after work. If you want to complain to me, that's cool.
Yeah.
But not every day after work. I haven't seen my cat in 4 months. That's it. That's the episode.
We did it.
That was a fun one to watch. I'm liking having fun watching fun ones. I think, I'm doing the synopsis for the next one. And I'm trying to think, I got to look at like, what have we done since we started this freaking
roller coaster? This
whole series. We've done Chain of Command, The Royale with Cheese, Attached, Power Play, Hollow Pursuits. I don't even have the other ones on here. And it's up to me. I know we said we want to do lore, and I know that one of the suggestions that we got was Menage a Troy.
Yeah.
Have we done the next phase where Geordie and Ro die?
No.
And they're invisible on the ship?
Yeah.
I love that episode so much. Can we do that one?
That's so good. Yes.
I love it.
Cool.
That or The Perfect Mate with Famke Jensen.
Let's watch that one. We'll have it in the queue.
You can, if you want to do the synopsis for that one, you can.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do the next phase. I love that episode. It's a good Geordie episode. It's a good Ro episode.
Yeah.
It's such a cool, like, yeah. Oh, I'm going to watch that like this week. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I've got to catch up on some Enterprise too. I have a few to watch. That show, season 1, it's a gentle roller coaster of, hey, that wasn't bad, to that was not great, to that was okay, to really, Archer? Really? Yeah. You're still here?
Yeah.
He sucks.
He's not a good captain.
Really liking T'Pol, though. And Trip.
T'Pol's awesome.
T'Pol and Trip are awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't do anything. She's got no screen time, and Mayweather's got no time. Oof. All right. So you going to have some corned beef for dinner? What do you tell me more about your dinner?
So I have some corned beef brisket, and I've put it in my slow cooker this morning with local potatoes, red and white.
Oh,
onion
colors.
Yep. An onion, sweet. Carrots and turnip. And then I covered it in water and beer. And then I'm going to steam some cabbage on the side with some caraway seeds and toss it in a little bit of butter. And then I'm going to take the beef and vegetables out of the briny stock. And then I'm going to eat it with my dad's homemade mustard.
Amazing.
My mouth is watering. It's not going to be ready for 2.5 more hours.
You'll get there.
Fine.
I took some smoked salmon out of the freezer, so I might have like a couple pieces as an amuse-bouche. And then it's a chicken breast with a little Montreal chicken spice on it. Fire up the barbecue. In a tin foil, I'm going to put some baby potatoes with some oil and some salt and pepper, maybe a little rosemary. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh.
And then I got 2 things of corn on the cob.
Yes.
Roll those up. A little bit of just smallest amount of butter, little salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I have some asparagus left over, so I might throw that in tin foil, put that on the barbecue, and eat that.
That's a good idea. Get
Yeah,
some greens.
took some pork chops out of the freezer for tomorrow, so they're defrosting, and that's going to be a
Nice.
pork chop Caesar salad kind of night. Oh,
Ooh.
with
I'm
some
gonna
corn
make
cob smoked bacon for my Caesar salad.
hell yeah. Where do you get that?
Thrifties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow I'm making a recipe I've never made before. It's a vegan lentil curry with basmati rice and naan. So I'll let you know how it goes.
And
I had lamb yesterday, so just for anyone listening, I'm not a vegan.
Yeah. Well, you're having brisket tonight too, so
yeah, that's true.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch a little more John Oliver. We've been watching John Oliver because I just ordered again HBO Crave.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure I could rewatch some of Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
And we started with last season when coronavirus first started, and we're like, okay, I'm glad we're watching this now and not at the time, because it was a little alarming, and now and Trump was still in power and it was still a lot of uncertainty, and now I'm like, okay, I can laugh at these jokes, and
it's funny now. Well, bye.
All right, I'm going to close this out. Okay. I am not on Chain of Command. This is not Chain of Command. It's Halloween.
It'll still be relevant.
It would be still relevant. Absolutely. That is it for another episode of Rewind. We hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to get in touch with us, you can go to the trekgeeks.com website and do different things there, like leave a voicemail. Someone should leave us a voicemail.
I would love to hear a voicemail. And I don't care if it's Reg Barclay leaving me a voicemail. I don't care if it's Wesley Crusher leaving me one. Just shout out to those actors. If you can just leave me a voicemail, that'd be great.
Okay, so on Twitter, there's Trek Rewind and Trek Geeks Network, and then there's Camp Kittimer over on Facebook. You guys know where. I don't need to fucking tell you guys this shit. Figure it out. You're adults. You have better skills on the internet than I do. For fax numbers and private emails, please refer to our show notes. Just kidding. And thanks to the producers and the supporters over at Patreon, Fansets, 5-Year Mission, and to you, the listener. And thank you to you, Haley, for being here and doing such a wonderful synopsis, being my best friend. I love you and miss you. I can't wait to hug you.
I know.
Yeah. Until next time.
Depends on who's asking.
Ooh.
That's terrible.
All right. God. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Coconut.